Okay. And so today we are here with Antoinette Pagano, who is one of our market center coaches in our Demoro Leadership Group offices. Now, the reason I say that is because Antoinette is stationed out of our West Monmouth office, which is in Marlborough. Also has other locations that are attached to West Monmouth. But our coaches for our market center team of coaches can coach to any market center. So if you are hearing this message and you think this might be a great opportunity for you to talk with Antoinette and you're in the Monmouth Ocean office, that would be okay to reach out to Antoinette. Our coaches are just some of our coaches have great niches, and we're going to hear a little bit about who Antoinette is and what the opportunity is in coaching with Antoinette. So welcome, Antoinette. Thank you for joining me.
Oh, good morning, Mary Beth. Thank you for having me. I'm very excited and I'm very appreciative of this.
Yes, yes, I know that you are. That is one thing. You always express your gratitude. So if you're working with Antoinette, she will absolutely tell you how much she appreciates you and loves you, and also give you a little tough love as well. So let's talk a little bit about who Antoinette is. You know, before you got into real estate, what did you do? Because you've been in it for quite a while. How many years have you been licensed and working in the business?
Almost 25.
Okay, so take
Yeah.
us before that because I want to hear about that for sure. But take us before that. What did you do before real estate?
So well, I did retail, of course. Everybody does retail. I was a DM for a company, but I didn't like traveling, so it was, a little crazy. But we owned restaurants.
Okay.
So my husband and my partner Jerry, we both had, restaurants and stuff. And it was just too many hours. And I just felt that we can't do this anymore. And we're like, so what should we do? I'm like, real estate,
Yeah.
you know? And the reason why I say real estate is because it was
Yeah,
just
why?
always a passion for me because my parents just always buying flip homes in Brooklyn when I lived in Brooklyn. So I
Okay.
saw it like as being brought up, always it was in, I guess what is it called? Like a real estate baby, I guess, you know?
Well, some of us grew up with a lockbox on the table, as they would say, right? Some
Yes.
of us, the conversation at the table was real estate, who owned the buildings,
Yeah.
apartments,
And I
rentals
would
running over. Yeah.
Yeah, and I would go see like, properties with my parents, like, oh, what do you think of this one? What do you think of that one? There was always like an interest to us.
And
So,
that's interesting to me because I know that your family is your first generation here,
yes,
right?
I am. Yes.
So, and your family is from Italy.
Yes.
So, who told I mean, this is really cool because for some people that maybe are looking to maybe break some generational chains or some limiting beliefs inside of the family, like when your parents got here from Italy, who told them they should go buy real estate? Like, who told them they could go do that?
My dad's cousin, we call him Uncle Sal, God rest his
Okay.
soul, but he was the one that always said, Tony, you got to get into real estate. That's the best. And he was a longshoreman, my dad, and had a full-time job.
Hmm.
But as that, then he was, buying and flipping properties with my Uncle Sal and
Wow.
Michelangelo and then all the family, they were all doing it together. So it was always a passion of ours and
Wow.
a passion for me. And I'll never forget, and I hate to say, but Century 21 actually sold our house, all the homes in our houses in Brooklyn.
Hmm.
And I remember
And
this
there's
woman
great
telling,
companies. There's great companies
yes,
out there for sure.
yeah, yeah, no, I don't mean it like that, but
Yeah.
because Keller wasn't around when,
Yeah.
at the time. Um, then it was just a passion for us. And we were just so happy and I don't know. And then when we got into real estate, Jerry and me, it was just so like you put a sign in the lawn and 10 minutes later it's under contract. So it was easier at that time.
Okay, so what year did you actually plunge in and decide real
I
estate?
think it, I think it was 2001 or 2000,
Yeah.
something like yeah.
Yeah, 1999 would be
Yeah.
about 25 years ago.
Yeah.
So about that. And I want to just kind of put a bow on the restaurant aspect. I too come from restaurant. A lot of people that I see do well in the business have come from hospitality.
Yes.
Hospitality, service industry, you said retail. Another one I see is like nursing and teaching, and they all bring different, behavior styles and traits to the business.
Yes.
Restaurant if anybody's in the restaurant now and you're real, can I make it in real estate? Yes, you can. You can just apply everything that you know from the restaurant
Yeah,
business and how you accommodate people, and you could apply it into real estate. So you close that up. I know it's a crazy lifestyle. You dive into real estate. I know for a long time you've worked inside of the REO business and foreclosure business, distressed properties. Did you dive right into that? Or was that something that you learned, you fell into, or how did you and Jerry first start? Was it just residential resale?
we started residential resale,
Okay.
and then
And what area? What area were you
we
in when you
were
first started?
in Howell Jackson, like
Okay.
Freehold area. Um, and then we just had conversations with people, network with people, and all of a sudden one day we got an opportunity to do REO. And so it was like, well, should we do it? Should we not do it? But um, we plunged in, and then we were working with somebody, doing it, different
Sure.
company, and then we were under them. But then when we moved on, we built reputable relationships with our
Yeah.
own banks and asset managers. And so then we got into it on our own. And then we
Okay.
basically have our own little niche of networking and REO stuff and short
And,
sales and all
and
that.
would you say, I mean, something that you and I have talked about, because we've been friends for quite a while, but something that we've talked about is that getting into the REO business, for those of us who say, "Oh, I'd love to get into that," I'm not going to say that you can't. Everybody can get into it,
Yes,
right?
yeah,
This is the story of you could do whatever you want,
right.
if you put a plan to it and work it. Um, Yet there is a lot of financial backing that you need in order to get into the REO business, and have the trust of the banks that you will be able to hold on to the properties and take care of them while they're getting sold in this distressed manner. So there's a lot that goes into it, and I know that's something that you do specialize in,
Yes.
right? And so with the REOs, how many, I mean, you went through that market of the last crash. So what were some of the lessons, and what were some of the highs, and what were some of the lows in that market?
In the last crash, as far as like with the REO,
Yes, yes.
so
And opportunities that came about.
there
Like what
was
were some
there
of the
was there
yeah.
was there were plenty of opportunities. Um, it was just an insane market, and we had no time. We had like, I want to say almost like
Yeah.
800 files at one point.
Wow.
Yeah. And then eventually they all became, listings and stuff. They weren't always on sale, some, for sale, but then some went to auction, some went here, some went there, but it
Wow.
was insane.
800.
Yeah.
And so I would imagine that your systems got really good then. I would imagine that you had
Oh,
to put
yes.
systems in place in order to be
Oh,
able
yeah.
to handle that amount of, right? So tell me
Oh,
about
yes.
that. Is it you and Jerry, or has there been assistance in place? Like, have you
Yes.
leveraged that out?
Yes. So we have our, so it's Sherry, and then we have our Tanisha, I don't like to call her my assistant because I don't like that word, but
Okay.
she's just my right hand. So she's everything. And she plays a huge role in a lot of it. And she's always on top of everything, and we're very blessed.
That's
So
awesome. And
yes,
some of the words that we've used before, client and manager, client experience manager, maybe operations, and maybe something that you dig into is
I
that we really kind of figure
yeah,
out what that is, so that she could stand behind it and own it.
that's true. Yes, because she does a lot.
That's
She
awesome.
really
Great,
does. Yep.
great to know that you have good people like that. So then you've also had that opportunity, and I know that you also have agents that work with you. So the ability to partner with your spouse, which is a whole nother show. We could do a show on that, couldn't we? So, partnering with your spouse is one thing, but then for you to build a strong business, bring people into the business, leverage
hmm
through, run it as a business, have the P&L and the cash flow, and
hmm
have all the expenses and all of that being tracked at a high level, just goes to show us what kind of experience I might have with you if I was coaching with you. That those would be things that I would know that you could show me, right? If that was something that was missing in my
Absolutely.
business.
Absolutely. I mean, and this industry, we're always like learning based. So it's not like you always learn something every day. Every transaction, everything is different. And I wish I had a hand holding person to hold my hand, a coach when I first started. I
That's
just
right.
got thrown the yellow pages and said, here, call. You
Yeah,
know, like that was it. I didn't even know what to say. I pick up the phone. I'm like, do you want to sell your house? No, click. They hung up. That was the way it was for me, you know? But I mean, for me to like to coach somebody, I make me like I I love helping people.
sure.
Love to see people succeed and excel and get to the higher level. And I would love to be a part of, those people's journeys for me to like get up, get them up there.
That's awesome. That's a real servant leader's heart. You said learning based. What conferences do you plug into? Where could we find you?
A family reunion, of course.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. I
I'll be
mean,
there.
yeah. Mega camp, I like. It's just too hot.
It
But
is hot.
yeah, yeah. And anything that I can get my hands on, we go. Recruit select every time. I'll take it this year or next year. I mean, whichever ones.
That's great. Because also it's important that every one thing I really love about our broker Adele Demuro is she is forever a student. She's a fantastic leader. She's a
Hmm.
fantastic producer, but
Yeah,
she is always open-minded to learn, and it's something that she's embedded in the leaders that come with her. That stay learning based because hey, the market's moving. You're a different person today than you were yesterday. The market is different than yesterday, today. So there's always something to learn. And um, one of the other things is even with our coaching clients, we learn from our coaching clients, right? As we assess what they need, we sometimes have to go and figure it out for them, or sometimes they're bringing to us a new solution that we never thought was possible, or
yeah,
maybe we didn't think of, right?
right, exactly.
So
I
talk to
feel
me a
the
bit
same
about
way.
what some of your goals are for 24, just on a business personal, like where do you see your business growing in 2024? There's a lot of talk about what's going to happen, and some agents are really trying to maybe even diversify where their income is coming from.
Hmm.
I'm just hearing. So I know that you guys are going full force, and what are your goals? Where do you see yourself accomplishing? Units, volume, team growth?
Team growth, definitely. I'm gonna do that for because we're also licensed in New York, so we need to grow
Right.
also in Brooklyn, Manhattan, and Staten Island. So, and New Jersey, of course. So definitely team growth and um, getting plenty of coaching clients because I want to help
Great.
people, As far as my goals for business, at least we sell about at least 60 to 80 units a year.
That's great.
That's a minimum,
Sure.
and even in COVID, it was like, wow, it was so crazy, but we still did it, you
That's
know.
right.
Yeah. So
And I want you guys to hear that we are not, this is somebody who is not looking to accomplish 10 or 12 or 20 transactions. She just said it's a minimum of 60 to 80. And as a leader, you know that you have other people that are depending on you
yeah,
to hit that level, right? Because when you
right.
hit that level, Tanisha's world gets better. The agents
Yeah,
that work with you gets better. And
absolutely.
honestly, I would even think your coaching clients are going to benefit from you exceeding that goal as well. Um, because what I've found is when a coach is invested in their coaching clients, they kind of just take along the whole team with them. It's the law of the lid. You become
Yes.
now the lid for these agents. And if I'm coaching with somebody who their expectation is to hit 80 transactions minimally, then I'm not going to walk into the conversation saying, well, maybe I could do five. Right.
Hmm.
You're going to stretch me to say, I could possibly do the 20 then, maybe that I didn't think I could. So I
Right.
love that you have that very aggressive goal, and attainable, totally attainable because we've been doing it. So why now? Why turn to coaching now? And if you could give a piece of advice to the new agents, um, what would you say to them? And then we want to also encourage them to book a one-on-one with you. But why now coaching? Why 2024 for Antoinette?
Because I feel like I've hit the ceiling with business and I want to like just honestly keep my team and my business, but also extend and help people and have
So
them,
you've hit a ceiling and you're going to
yes,
break through
right,
by growing coaching roster. So then
yeah,
your fulfillment level, right? Because for us as leaders, at times we do hit that ceiling and it's like, yeah, but everything's great. Everything's going
yeah,
great.
yeah.
But
No,
we've
I
just
want
got into
more.
our new bar. Like we've arrived
Yeah,
to the new bar and now you do that bar for a little while and you're like, okay, I kind of need to go to the next.
yeah.
And
And I want a lot more. I want to, help, just help. And I'm very humble. It's not about me, it's about the team. It's always about the team. I never post anything about myself, or like, oh my God, ring the bell. No, I have my team ringing the bell for whatever it is, So
hopefully, hopefully we'll get all your coaching clients to be ringing the bell too. And
absolutely.
so what would you say is the best advice you can give somebody rolling into the new year that's newer in the business or is struggling a little bit and maybe is going to consider having a conversation with you? What would you give them as advice?
I always say to them, don't give up because even though the market is the way it is, it will fluctuate, it will pivot, and you have to learn how to pivot. And it's all it's all about honestly like change. And change
Mhm.
is actually good because the more
Mhm.
you change, the better you are at what you're going to do. That's how I feel.
That's right.
And I
John
always say
Maxwell.
that,
I'm
what?
so sorry. No, John Maxwell once he said, change is good. Go ahead,
Yeah,
go first. You go first though.
yeah, yeah, exactly, right? So, but and I always say to our team and everybody, I'm a woman of my word. What you see is what you get, and I will push you, but I will not ever let you fall.
Mm,
So it's always, and it's about accountability. You have to be accountable because I'm a huge accountability person. And then it's also you hold me accountable because I have to hold you accountable. So
right.
it's like it's like a relationship.
That's right. When you help other people get what they want, you ultimately get what you want. And what I've seen with coaches, is that, yeah, they show up even stronger when they're coaching because they're leading by
Yeah,
example. And so what you said before is never quit, never give up. And I would just say to our agents, just show up. Just show up every day.
yeah,
Show up when you're supposed to show up. Be there, be plugged in, be engaged.
yeah,
If you just do that and you hire a coach that keeps you accountable and you have that weekly check-in
yes,
with the group, with the individual, whatever, you are going to do just fine. It's people that they'll meet twice. They thought they're good,
yeah.
right?
No, they have to make this isn't not it's not a 9 to 5 job, but you have to
No.
make it like a 9 to 5 job.
Yeah.
You have to be prepared and ready at 9 o'clock and ready to go. And then it's like you have to do all your steps of what you need to get done. And your day doesn't start today. It starts actually last night because
Yeah,
you have to
absolutely.
prepare for today.
Love it. I love that you just said that. That is awesome. So true. Your day started yesterday, not today.
Hmm.
I know that I could benefit even coaching with you. And so I just would love for our agents to know how should they be reaching out to you to have a one-on-one to explore the opportunity to see if you're a right fit for them and if they're a right fit for you. How will you be conducting your consultations?
They can call me on my cell, 732-221-7223. That's fine. Or they can email me at teampaganogroup@gmail.com.
Okay. All right. I'll go ahead and
Okay.
put that in the in there. And one last thing, because you and Jerry are just so much fun. Like, are you guys when you mean like you go out, what do you do for
We
fun?
we we just enjoy life.
That's right.
Anything. We like to laugh. Laughing is very important, and we don't really try to take our business home, because we've been together since almost 35 years.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah, about 30, 32 or something like that. But we've been together for a very long time. So we've had businesses before, we have businesses now. So we know exactly who's going to do what and how it's going to get done.
Hmm. And you
So
don't bring it home. So I love that. So you have fun and you enjoy each other. So here's what I'm hearing. If you are out there, you're an agent that's looking to be super committed to schedule and achieving great success. If you're an agent that maybe is working with a spouse in some capacity, and
mm,
this could be a great coach because you'd like to have somebody that understands the yin and the yang of spouses or
yeah,
best friends, partners working together. And also maybe somebody who is a little interested in what is that distressed market, how do I work that properly, and have questions about that. um,
absolutely.
we're over 20 years in the business, 25 years in the business. Any agent would be, blessed to have a consultation with you. So we're going to go ahead and post that. And I'm going to encourage you to go ahead and reach out to Antoinette. Also, Antoinette does amazing things on our calendar. Last night she did a vision board. She's going to do a vision board session in the By the Bay office in the new
Mm-hmm.
year. And you'll see her name on the calendar as well. So if you don't get a chance to connect now, maybe pop into one of her classes. But Antoinette, thank you so much for spending some time with us today,
Oh
getting,
no,
getting
thank
to know
you.
you.
Thank you so much, Mary Beth. It was a blessing and honor.
You're welcome. And
Very
I look forward
excited.
to helping you hit your goals and grow your roster to the size that you wish. So
All
thank you so
right.
much, and happy holidays, everybody, and have a
Happy
great weekend.
holidays. Yes, thank you
Okay.
so much. Talk to you soon, okay? Mwah.
Okay. Bye. Ciao.